So we'll see if that ends up happening to Sempu here. Or, I mean, Atomy is a thing, right? And we saw Atomy kick butt today. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
Atomy happens on turn 3, though. You know what I'm talking about? Stark difference from Jabberwock all the way on turn 8. So
you're also
many more
sacrificing
turns
like
past.
Staircase and Lurching Corpse and stuff that you would want to kill anyway, right? So
Right, exactly.
much different, Rainy.
Yeah.
This is a Forest Mirror? What year is this?
Interesting. This is what we like to see. So definitely different versions of decks here. So we're seeing a little bit more aggro side from Pain, and Sempu, like I said, with the more traditional just combo Roach deck. So we'll see how this plays out. Generally speaking, I want to say aggro has a nice little matchup against regular combo Forest, unless cards like Cassiopeia and Will of the Forest start coming out early. So
it's true. We see also on the left side that both players' dragon decks were banned. So, you know, keep them with the trend of no dragon allowed.
That's right. And again, I think that trend will continue for a while until somebody finds a really good answer to PDK, but I don't know if there's a great one. Like you said earlier, it just got so many strengths. It can play defense, it can play offense, it can play late game. It's got all the tools.
Right, exactly. Forest Mirror is the early game. It's interesting, actually. This sounds weird to say, but it's interesting to see Ancient Elf in Sempu's deck. A lot of people don't actually even sell one's command up there on Pain's side. Both players playing some interesting cards.
Agreed. Ancient Elf, I think, is in this list mostly because with an aside to Wood of Brambles and Cassiopeia over Will of the Forest, the deck is legitimately just old combo Roach, and I think he's just looking at it to peck face with Roaches and also just be defensive on particular turns.
Definitely. Also, Ancient Elf against current aggro sword is pretty good. So
yeah, just having access to wards is good. We saw how good Kindly Treant was, and Kindly Treant always gets the buff. Doesn't really matter if you have stuff in play. And I assume that you always have enough neutral cards to make it pop on 3, but of course we know that doesn't always happen.
What a savage turn. Elf Song going off. Ghostface with a 3/2 bird.
One of the new cards in Elf Song really pushes this aggro forest game where it can give +1/+1 to your entire team, get 2 more fairies in your hand if you played 2 other cards this turn. So very, very strong card for this board position here.
This is looking really reminiscent of like aggro sword, really. I mean, Sempu's able to evolve finally, and he's taken 7 damage already.
Not only that,
the same threshold as aggro sword does to you.
Being able to fill up the board and Beetle Warrior with the evolve this turn, huge damage.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be bonkers. Cassiopeia is 1 turn away, so
there might be a consideration to saving Beetle Warrior for next turn so that you can Nature's Guidance it to kind of do a double attack with it over a couple turns. So that might be a thought going through Pain's head right now.
He's doing that Roach math with a Beetle instead.
That's right. How many turns do I need to attack with this to actually create lethal here? And as we can see, there's only really Fina for next turn. I mean, he could Wood of Brambles with a big enough board if it survives here, which I'm assuming it will. So Wood of Brambles could be definitely a good option next turn. But he won't be able to do much alongside of it, just play more fairies.
Exactly. Goes for Wood of Brambles. It looks like Pain may actually... He's not going to trade. No way. It's going to make it hard to trade into him. That's what it looks like.
And then doing that Beetle Warrior play, as I was suggesting, probably just expecting his board to get cleared and just wants to get multiple uses out of that Beetle Warrior.
Goes face for 6, putting Sempu at 7.
And yeah, honestly, with an Evo point left, that Singleton Beetle Warrior with a Nature's Guidance will win over the course of 2 turns, because we don't see any life gain in Sempu's hand and no Roaches yet. No Nature's Guidance, no Airbound Barrage, no way to actually combo win anytime soon.
Right, Sempu's not playing an old favorite, Fairy Beast, so he has no healing on 6, so...
No. So I think Pain playing this game quite perfectly, actually. Just getting the aggro turns when he needed them, saving the Beetle Warrior for extra damage, like just playing really straightforward and well. I like it.
He hasn't won yet. I mean, Ancient Elf could get top decked or something.
That's true. There are wards, they do exist.
Wards are very effective at preventing damage. Did you know that?
You know what? I did. I think I've been talking about wards most of the day. Wards are great right now.
Oh no,
Hyperion
the
even
lizard!
drawing.
That changes
Jeez.
everything. That lizard changes everything.
Yeah, that's just an easy play. Actually, this changes things in a certain way because there is no way to bounce anything off the board of Sempu, so he can't even play anything from hand.
Oh my
He
gosh.
can't even play anything. He board locked himself here.
Right, because Sempu summoned too many fairies. This is literally just... Oh no.
Unbelievable. So
He beat
this,
himself.
guys, this is
Poor
Forrest doing a Haven impression of board locking itself. You've seen it before. Forrest can do it. Forrest can do it as well. And playing that extra fairy last turn actually prevented him from any chance of being able to come back this game. So you guys, be aware of this for sure. Don't board lock yourselves, especially when you're in a tight spot.
Oh my gosh. What an unfortunate... He's gonna show the beetle, obviously. Probably bounce
Yep.
it for the BM, hopefully.
Yep. Bounce it before damage even.
Oh
my
my song. This damage.
Pain. Going to town here. Sempu actually had a chance that game with either Cassiopeia or Ancient Elf and just board locked himself out of that game.
He had options. He had plays, but he played one too many fairy.
Yeah, I was even going to say that the Hyperia was weak against something like a Cassiopeia, but when looking at the board, couldn't play it.
Right. You can only have 5 things on the board, and if 4 of those
That's
are
right.
fairies, then
That's actually the one thing I had to battle with a lot when I first started playing Shadowverse, especially with Forest, because of Roach combo math and all that kind of stuff. Because I started
Right,
with
yeah.
Rise of Bahamut. When I had to learn that there were only 5 board spaces to work with, I was just like, man, you really have to be careful in a lot of scenarios. Like, you don't have a lot of room to work with, and then you start playing Haven, and you're just like, where did my board space go? All these amulets stay in play for so long, and they don't actually do anything until they pop. So, very, very,
Right.
very interesting mechanic of this game.
Yep. I started playing Sword, and I wish that Odahime could fill more than 4 extra spots. Back in the day.
Yep.
Pain continuing with the Pain train with a great hand. He top decks a 3-drop here.
Yeah, this is a lineup. PDK, Aggro Forest, Aggro Sword. Just really, really sweet lineup. Not doing any fluff. I'm not playing mid-range. I'm not playing control.
Oh yeah,
I'm getting your
like,
face.
you know what? He's even going first too. He's like, I'm not even gonna try with any of these fun decks, quote unquote fun decks, right?
Taji, a great draw for Pain here. Allows for a lot more damage, especially with Princess Vanguard. Taji / Quickblader with the new versions of Princess Vanguard and Pal Spencer. We saw it a long time ago, but it made a resurgence obviously now. Just super potent combo to deal 3 damage by turn 2. That's an unbelievable amount of damage.
It is. It's also really good against Runecraft because Runecraft doesn't. I don't think they have a single spell outside of Angelic Snipe, which is neutral anyway, that can handle that. So.
Right. Absolutely. So he can't actually decide to flood the board here. I don't mind this either.
I like this a lot. This translates to more damage over a couple turns because, like I said, Rune's not doing anything to you. So.
That's right. And filling up
Could
the
Red Hot
board,
Ritual,
obviously,
but-
very good with FMR.
Mhm. Is that Ephemera? Ephemera.
Is it ephemera or ephemera? How do you say it?
I never know. I never know.
I just say things, you know. Sometimes it works.
Oh my
sometimes it
gosh,
doesn't.
Pain can actually
Wow.
have a completely full board.
On turn 3, this is like Adamy's version of Aggro Sword right now. It's just I have all the right cards. I have the ephemera to finish it out. Now, that being said, if Sempu can manage to find a way to deal with this entire board, he does have Carl, he does have Halo Golem, he does have a nice curve coming up. If he can deal with this board and there's nothing drawn for Pain, he could kind of stumble here in the late game. Or in the
I
mid
don't
game.
know. I
Not
mean,
even
Sempu
close
has
to
taken he's taken 6
Yeah.
damage by the time he's at 3 play points, and
And
Ephemera is
Ephemera,
coming down next
yeah.
turn to do
Yeah.
8 base damage to you. This is this. You're gonna be.
I'm just trying to be
upset.
optimistic for Sempu, okay? We've all died to Aggro Sword this season, okay? We know how it
Viewers
feels.
need to know. Oh, he didn't kill. He didn't kill Taji. He didn't kill Taji. He
for a
went for the
value
value trade. He's
trade.
gonna get punished so hard by this Ephemera.
So hard. Any extra
Oh.
damage is not what you want to be taking here. Draws another.
Yeah, he actually has a second Ephemera. I didn't want to mention that. I wanted to be optimistic, totally.
Yeah,
He has a
yeah.
second
See,
Ephemera.
see, we're trying. It's rough right now for Sempu. My goodness.
Yeah, this is just an all face play, doing a full. Oh my gosh, 9 damage on turn 4. Oh
No
my
evo.
god.
No evos.
No evolve. Well, obviously, yeah, no evolve. You're going first.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
So we'll finally be able to take care of the board here. So this is kind of the shift. If Pain can keep the Pain train going and top
If
deck
Pain
some more
top
damage.
decks anything relevant, this game is over.
Right. Right. Could draw something like a Vanguard. Could draw a Goblin.
You could,
You
you
know?
could. I mean, you played like 11 1-drops in this deck.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you can definitely brick. This is a real possibility. So this is the turn here.
Council of Cardinates calling it every time.
Don't stop it.
Ooh! Oh no!
That was pretty good. That was
That's-
pretty good.
Ooh.
Not quite.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it is lethal because FMR can attack. So never mind. Yep.
Oh no!
Good old Juliet coming in to make sure that you didn't have a chance this game. My goodness.
Sword seems pretty good.
Nah,
pretty
Sword's
great.
terrible. Don't play it. Don't. Get out of here.
You know, whatever. No swords in the top 8. Must be a bad faction. Whatever.
Yeah.
Sempu ending up taking 2 pretty speedy losses there.